What's up, guys? Clock here, out with another Shaman guide, and today we're going to go ahead and go over Resto Shaman. Now, Resto Shaman is looking very strong in the Shadowlands, definitely stronger than what we were at the end of BFA. Probably not as strong as we were as a start, when Riptide would put his shield on someone if you healed them if they were below 50% health, or even the Ghost Wolf. I don't think a Resto Shaman that strong will ever return. So they changed up some things. Something new here is a Surge of Earth, but it seems very PvE-ish, so I didn't run into it at all. Now, I was fooling around with the spec, and I think this could be the move, which is the same spec that we ran back in BFA, which was Unleash Life, and then a Deluge, which also increases the healing of your targets affected by Riptide by 20% from your healing Surge, and then Healing Wave, and then Chain Heal, obviously. So as you can see, the rest of this spec is pretty much identical. There's nothing else that changes. You go into Earth Grab, Earthen Wall Totem, Nature's Guardian, Flash Flood, and Ascendance. Now, at one point, I did fool around with a Torrent and Echoes of Element. That seemed pretty strong to me, but it just felt too... I felt like we had to hardcast too much. We don't get enough healing with the double Riptide as I thought you would. I thought you would get a little bit burst healing from it, but it simply just doesn't do much. It only heals for 1300 to start. The tick is only 200. It's very bad. So Unleash Life does about 2k, and then it'll increase your next heal by 35%. That alone is huge. So for the PvP talents, again, you're going to run a Grounding, Tidebringer, and Ancestral Gift. Those are normally the go-to. Now, as the rest of Shaman, I haven't really been targeted that much, so I haven't really had to go into Spectral Recovery or anything like that. It's mostly just my teammates dying as I sit back and just PV heal them, maybe Purge and Wind Shear and stuff like that. And for the Covenant, I think it's called the Venthril. Am I saying that right? I don't think I'm saying that right. The Venthril? Yeah, the Venthril. I think I'm saying that right. But you go the Blood guys, and I don't think any of the Covenants are very good for rest of Shaman. I think they're all kind of bad, to be honest. But with this, you do get a new school, which is Chain Harvest. It's like a bigger chain heal, and if they kick that, that means you don't get locked out in your resto abilities, thank God, because back in BFA we had Vitality. Vitality was huge, but it was part of your resto talents. So if you got kicked on one of your healing abilities, you couldn't Vitality. But with this, if you get kicked on your resto abilities, you can chain heal. It's a kind of a long cast, so getting this off isn't always going to be a reliable thing, to be honest. Some of your teammates can die within this amount of time. That's how crazy damage is right now. And for your stats, you want to go Mastery Inverse, pretty much identical to what we ran back in BFA. Again, nothing really has changed at all, which is nice if you were liking how BFA was. But the only difference now is your heals seem to do a little bit more, because it has to do more in order to deal with the crazy amount of damage that's going out. People can literally die within like 3 seconds right now. I'm sure there's a lot of tuning that has to go on, but I don't think it's going to change that much compared to what it is now. Okay, for the legendary, there was only really one good legendary I saw, and a lot of DPS will actually run this. If you're on Enhancer or Ellie, you will probably run this quite a lot because it's very strong. So Earth Shield healing is increased by 300% if your Earth Shield target is below 50%, and your Healing Wave adds a stack of Earth Shield to your target up to 9 maximum stacks. So this is very strong. The only problem with this is a lot of classes have Purge. So if you're running this, Earth Shield is going to be a thing that's going to be purged a lot more. So if you're facing a comp that doesn't have Purge, you'll get a lot of value. If you're not, if you're facing like a Shadow Priest or another Shaman, they're going to be looking for this. Like, their life depends on it, and it's going to be very hard, I feel like, to get value out of it, because everyone's going to be spamming Purge, but nonetheless, it's going to be good because it's going to require a global from them. And as well, your Riptide can kind of protect it as well, so that's pretty nice. If your teammate has some buffs, they can try to protect it with like a stand buff, or you could even ground if someone's spamming Purge, just little things like that. But again, we have so much more value. Hopefully a lot of people don't pick up on how strong it is, and they don't purge it. Even if they do purge it, our healing output is very strong, so I wouldn't worry too much. It's just another ability that makes us, good. Okay, so let me show you my conduits. Not all the conduits, what I'm running is what you want to go. I was testing out a little bit, but I can show you the route that you want to go. So we start with Swirling Currents. Using Healing Stream Totem increases the healing of your next 3 Healing Surge, Healing Wave, or Riptide spells by 20%. That's absolutely huge. So if you remember, you can upgrade all of these. can upgrade all these. I don't know what to extent you can upgrade this to, but that's very good right off the bat. Before we continue, one thing I would like to note is Totemic Surge. This is also going to be very strong. It reduces the cooldown of your cap and tremor. Mostly your tremor, that's what you really care about from this. It reduces your cooldown of your tremor by 1 second. Again, you can upgrade this, so depending on how good this is going to be, if it reduces it by 10 seconds, that's pretty freaking huge. So you go down, you pretty much have to go down here. I went into the additional increased speed from Ghost Wolf. I thought it was pretty nice. Again, you could probably play around with it and swap it up a little bit. You go down, I went over here. Again, don't go over there, go down mid, because when you go down mid, you get the duration of incoming interrupts, snares, and roots affected reduced by 24%. That's huge. The interrupt thing is absolutely huge, out of this world. It's a little bit better than what Relentless is. Now, I'm pretty sure Relentless and this won't stack. I think they made a post about it that, or I saw it somewhere, that any effect resembling Relentless won't add on. It just will be that ability. And for the last one, I went Embrace of Earth, which increases your Earth Shield healing done to the target by additional 5%. Very strong. And for the last thing is Thrill Seeker, but you don't really get to do anything with this. This is more of just a passive, so don't worry about that. Again, guys, this was a very basic guide. If you guys would like some footage of me playing this, I'm more so focused on the enhanced side of this. I have another video I want to make. I actually want to make a video talking about how Shaman is as a class compared to others and what needs to be done. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, make sure to like and sub and get out there and pwn some nubs.